across America, incredibly talented artisans make amazing objects the old-fashioned way, by hand. On this episode of Handcrafted America, artisans make things personal. A metal worker in Llano, Texas, caters to cowboys.
If we're going to continue the Western heritage, this is a part of it. We need to be able to provide for these cowboys.
In Felton, California, this artisan turned a childhood struggle into an adult purpose.
It's incredibly gratifying to help people to walk with comfort.
And in Portland, Oregon, this man started making things with his hands when he was only 8 years old. Now he's inspired the same passion in his sons.
So isn't there a machine that can do that?
There is a machine.
Can't do it as good as you can.
No.
These craftsmen know what needs to be done and do it right.
Oh, my spurs got a jingle jangle.
You think spurs are only used in movies? Well, think again. Like these beauties right here. They're considered tools of the trade to real working cowboys, and our next artisan has been making them for over 25 years. I'm in Llano, Texas, deep in the heart of cowboy country, where former high school shop teacher Charles Went started making spurs to keep the attention of his restless young ranch hands. Since then, he's become the man to see if you're in need of a set of spurs.
Welcome to the Rockin' W. I'm gonna go make me some spurs. All right, Charles, so these are my favorite boots. You're telling me you could put me some spurs on there?
Yeah, we can. What kind of riding do you do?
Well, you know, I'm a pretty avid horse rider.
Okay.
It's not going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, she's biting me. Tons of riding. Just riding everywhere. I ride to set.
You like to pleasure ride.
Yeah, pleasure riding is
There
my
you go.
forte.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll make you a shank that'll work really good for what you ride. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to make a pattern. This represents our heel band and the rowel pin, which is the pin that holds the rowel in.
What's a rowel?
The rowel is the round part on the end of the spur that turns. It moves. Yes.
What's the purpose of the turn?
The turn is so that it runs easy on the horse. When you spur the horse, you want the spur to roll. And you don't want it to cut, you don't want it to dig. Real spurs have a rowel that rolls.
So you freehand all this?
Just freehand all this. There's no right or wrong. There's no wrong answers in life. Just ask questions.
I like that.
Charles takes the paper pattern and glues it to some copper scrap, then cuts it to make a template. He traces the shank pattern onto a piece of high-carbon steel twice to make a matching set. He cuts it out on the bandsaw, and then sands and shapes it.
All right, the next step that we're going to do is we're going to take our heel bands, and based on the measurement of your heel, you need a heel band that's going to be about 7 1/4 inches long. So what we do is we take and we mark these at 7 1/4, and then we take them over to the bandsaw and we cut the ends off.
I'm good with a bandsaw.
Good. All right, turn this off.
Check it.
Now, my brand is Rocking W. R-O-C-K-I-N-G.
Rockin' what?
W.
W.
Yeah, D-U-B-Y, W.
That's how we say it.
That's how you say it in Texas. So there's my rocker, and here goes my W. And I put my name in there. Would you like to do that?
Absolutely.
All right.
We stamped the heel band. We got a W on it.
You got a W on it.
Next, we drill holes for the hangers. They do exactly what it sounds like they should. They hang the spurs from the straps.
Well, you mastered that one, didn't you?
That is my favorite machine, by the way. As if it wasn't hot enough already in Texas, Charles fired up the old forge there, and we're gonna bend some steel. Can't wait. I got it.
All right.
Move out the way, Charles. Move out the
All
way.
right, come right over there.
Okay.
Slide it in right there. Pull this up to it.
Yep.
All right, pull that handle. Stop. And hold it right there for a minute.
I feel like Wonder Woman. I feel
Now
strong.
push all the way through.
Woo! Yeah, that's right. I bent this.
Working with metal equals using the best tools, bandsaws and forges and metal bending. I have no idea which awesome tools we're gonna use next, but I'm certain they will involve sparks of flying.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Charles Wendt of Llano, Texas, and I are rocking and rolling on these cool cowboy spurs. We've cut and bent heel bands and made shanks.
All right, we're going to make some staples to put in the heel band so that we can put our hangers on there, and that's how the spurs are going to stay on the boot. All right, we're going to use the settling torch. Are you proficient with that?
Yes.
Good, good. I like the other things. Okay, no problem.
You trust me, don't you?
I do, I do. Pull down, pull down, pull down, pull down. Move the fire. Right there, pull down, keep going, keep going, keep going. Perfect. Well, you made this part right here. This is the staple.
Oh, right there.
Just
I
like
made that.
Made that. Next, we'll make a hanger. That's this part right here.
Charles takes 2 more pieces of flat carbon steel, puts them in a vise, and hammers them over. Then he adds a jig to the vise and hammers it again.
When I took it out, you'll notice that we've created a hump,
Yeah.
and that hump is very important. That's what makes it work on the spur. We'll put this back
If I
in
get
here.
this wrong.
Your spur won't jingle jangle.
Oh, my spurs got a jingle jangle.
Keep going. Get it a lot. Come on, more.
Charles squeezes the hanger and locks in the staple.
All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take that shank that we made a while ago,
Yeah.
and we're going to take the heel band that you've been out there on the forge. This is going to be the foundation for our spur. All right, now we're going to make the rowel that goes out here on the end of the spur. And what we have is we have a disc that has red dye on it so the old guys can see the lines. And we take our scribe and we mark our rowel.
To make the 6-point rowel, Charles uses a jeweler's saw and hand cuts 6 notches into the steel.
There's 1 down and 5 to go.
How long will it take me?
Forever, maybe longer.
Next, Charles uses a chisel to make notches on the rowels.
And usually the way you can tell a handmade rowel from a commercial rowel, the handmade rowel are not stamped out. They are sawed out, and they're very square and they're very chunky.
He cuts the notches with a grinder and then sands and polishes it using a peg vise.
All right, now we have the rowel completed. We have the shank welded on. We have the hangers and staples welded in. The next thing to do is cut the groove so we can set the rowel inside of the shank. Okay, now that we've got the notch cut in there, we'll take and see if our rowel fits. Put a rowel pin, and looks pretty good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Spins perfectly.
For this pair of basic spurs, a cowboy pays around $300 to $350. Of course, the price goes up for more detailed embellishments. And Charles is about to turn my spurs into real showstoppers.
Now we're gonna make the button cover.
Okay.
And we're gonna do a simple flower. We'll just freehand it out and do something that's not too elaborate. These lines on there, they're just suggestions, okay? We're gonna follow them the best we can. There are your flower buttons.
That is beautiful. Look at those.
We put these on the spurs, we have one more surprise.
I love surprises. HCA, Handcrafted America. That's
There
your
you go.
surprise. That's awesome. I love it. I love it.
The letters, like the button covers, are made of silver, which Charles solders onto the curve of the heel band using the heating and cooling process called annealing.
How important is it to you that you keep this trade alive?
If we're gonna continue the Western heritage, we're gonna continue with the Western lifestyle. This is a part of it. And we need to be able to have people that can make these spurs and provide for these cowboys.
Handcrafted America spurs. One of a kind. You know, I'm gonna call these my handcrafted hosting spurs. And I'm gonna wear them every single episode. Yep. Making all those spurs today, it's tiring work, you know? I think I'm gonna take a siesta.
These boots are so custom, the maker may have to measure my toenails before he starts. I'm kidding, I think.
When you love hiking as much as I do, great boots are a must, like these beauties. And the artisan who made these boots made them for walking. I mean, literally, these boots were made for walking.
Felton, California is home to some of the most beautiful hiking trails in the country. It's also home to a man who has perfected the hiker's most important tool.
It's incredibly gratifying to help people to walk with comfort.
Kevin Leahy, owner of Leahy Custom Hiking Boots, has been studying the art of making shoes for more than 40 years. When he was a young boy, Kevin had problems with his feet.
I'd always had foot problems and wore special shoes. I think on a certain level, I always wanted to fix my feet.
After many years of studying orthotics, he decided to open his own business handcrafting hiking boots. He's the only boot maker in the country making plaster casts of his customers' feet. This, of course, ensures the perfect fit.
They love them. They really do. They find that they can hike further, maybe take trips that they weren't able to do before. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is take imprints of the bottom of your feet. These are pressure sensitive, that shows where the pressure spots are.
I hope I make a good impression. Next, Kevin measures 7 precise spots on my foot. Then he fits me with a fiberglass cast.
Well, we'll have an exact replica of your foot. You'll have your arch exactly as your arch is. And then we'll add some toe room and snug it up around the heel just so that it doesn't slip in the heel.
Kevin then creates plaster molds out of the fiberglass. This makes what is called a last, a perfect plaster replica of my foot.
What we're going to do now is vacuum form this foam and cork to make an arch support. Rather than putting in an arch support after the fact, we're holding the entire structure around the last and the arch support at the same time, so you get an exact fit. This is a rubber bladder. It's going to vacuum form the foam and the cork to the shape of the bottom of the last.
The rubber pulls the heavy bladder around the form so tightly that after 30 minutes, when Kevin releases the lid, the arch will stay forever.
I'm going to take it out
Okay.
and see what we've got.
Do all shoe makers have this contraption?
The good ones do.
The good ones do. Oh, cool. But we have to
Molded
do some
tube.
work to that, right?
Yeah,
That's a
so we've
big-
got to flatten the bottom and then we've got to trim it down so that it fits inside a boot. This is the counter. This is one of the most important parts of the boot. Can't ever see it in shoes because it's in between the lining and the upper leather. This is what keeps the heel in place, but also reinforces the arch support. Now we need to make the leather upper that covers the boot.
Kevin uses 2 kinds of very supple German calf leather for his boots.
I make my patterns from scratch, so all of these curves are designed to fit the individual person.
Next, the leather is sewn together on a sewing machine specifically set up for shoemaking. Kevin has to sew 16 pieces of leather together for 1 pair of boots.
Okay, Jill, now we're going to put the counter inside the upper, and then we're going to stretch this floppy piece of leather into a boot. Getting it straight on there is the first thing.
So just right there?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Once the leather is stretched and glued, the boot needs to dry for 2 days.
Now we put the lace in.
The soles are glued on, and at last, the boots are finished. It takes Kevin a week to make a single pair of hiking boots. 1 pair costs $2,000.
So this is really the magic moment where we went from making the mold, making the inserts, making the arch supports, designing the uppers, sewing everything together, and now it's becoming a boot.
I see it, and it's beautiful. I was really just impressed with the quality of his boots. I mean, they're second to none. I feel like I could hike 50 miles in these boots.
This backpack is definitely American-made. The bag itself, the leather, the canvas, all of it made right here in the US of A.
Even the rivets, are they American-made?
Yeah, these are made in the Midwest.
In fact, the only part of this bag that wasn't made in America is the family that puts it together.
I'm a nature girl. I love being outside and exploring, but in order to do that, you need a good backpack, like this one.
These beautiful bags are made here in Portland, Oregon, where love of the outdoors runs deep. They're created by the Martinez family.
Our hope is our bags will become family heirloom and will be passed down for future generations.
4 generations of leather making runs through their blood. Jose Martinez and his 3 sons own the Aurochs Leather Company. Jose's grandfather, Felipe, handcrafted baseball gloves and shoes for a baseball team he owned in Oaxaca, Mexico. Jose's father, Don Pepe, made footwear and handbags, and Jose joined the family business at the age of 8.
You made your first pair of shoes when you were 8 years old?
Yeah,
That's incredible.
it's a good experience for me.
What are the cultural influences in your work?
We're from Oaxaca, Mexico, so we have the traditional Mexican rustic look of all the products.
I love that
And then my dad got to travel to Japan and did a lot of leather work in Japan, where he was in charge of making a whole new design every day. He got a little used to with the simple designs that they have in
Modern,
Japan.
clean.
Simple,
Yeah.
clean.
Years later, Jose's oldest son was studying business at Portland State University. He convinced the family to move to America and open a leather-making business. Jose wanted to blend Mexican, Japanese, and American influences into his designs.
We use 3 different kinds of leather. One of them's oil tan, it's water repellent. We use English bridle for a lot of our straps. It'll
tough.
age really nice. It doesn't split, it just gets softer. And then
Okay.
we use Chromoxil, which is kind of our finer leather. It just gets a really nice patina over time with your own body oils.
Jose, what is the first step in making this bag?
Cutting canvas and leather.
Using a round tip knife and a paper template for guidance, Jose and Levi cut all of the leather by hand.
Why do you do it all by hand?
We're always innovating here. We want to be able to not be locked into one design just by having a die.
How long does it take you to make one of these backpacks?
I would say about 5 hours to make one of the backpacks, if we ever just make one.
The leather is cut. Now we cut the canvas.
Keep it straight.
Yeah, perfect.
So we have the body of the bag right here. All right, and
Yeah.
now we move on to what, Jose?
To stamp,
The vintage electric stamping machine uses heat and pressure to press the Aurochs label onto the shoulder strap and front of the backpack.
Hold this strap and just look at the center
Okay.
and match it with that line and just leave a little bit of space on the bottom.
Okay.
And then you just lower it and you can still move it. Oh, nice, perfect. 2 seconds and it should be good. And look at that, beautiful.
Perfection!
Next, Jose sews all of the pieces of the backpack together with this heavy-duty sewing machine. I can't believe how much material this machine can handle at one time. It punches through layers of leather and canvas like it's nothing.
I look around in your store and I see one thing that just sticks out to me other than the bags. The American flag.
Yes, we're very proud to have all the materials be American.
I want to use the American leather and American canvas and everything.
Are you proud to live here?
I'm proud. Yeah.
We're proud to have you.
Now that the shape of the bag is complete, Jose's youngest son, Kevin, puts on the finishing touches.
First, I gotta check and do quality control. Check the threads, cut them out.
Once that's done, Kevin uses this post to carefully turn the bag inside out.
Makes it easier to just push it around, work it slowly, kind of like when you turn your socks inside out
See it.
and poke out the corners. You start seeing the shape.
That is such a beautiful bag.
Now it is ready to add the hardware that it needs.
Kevin adds beautiful copper rivets by hand.
We gotta use this board to not damage the bag and make a hole all the way through. Grab your hole puncher.
And there we have a hole.
Would you like to try it out?
Sure.
Set it right there on the dot. Hit it right there. A little bit harder. There you go. So now we are ready to just set in the rivets and put them in where each hole is.
Even the rivets, are they American made?
Yeah, these are made in the Midwest.
There are 2 versions of this bag, and they cost between $550 and $700. Kevin adds the leather pieces, which will hold the straps down.
Get a good smack, and that sets it nice and flush with the rest of the leather. This will round the top and mushroom it out, setting the hole.
Oh, wow. So isn't there a machine that can do that?
Yes, there is a machine.
Can't do it as good as you can.
No, not
right?
as fast.
That's it?
The bag is
We can
complete.
see the bag. Look at the bag. This is so beautiful. I love this bag. How's it
That
look?
means we're done.
We're done! I have a backpack. This is amazing. It's gorgeous. I love it. I really, 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 really love it.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Good job. Spurs that preserve the cowboy tradition. Custom boots that provide comfort and stability. And rugged backpacks that double as a tribute to a family's cultural background. Here is proof positive that when a craftsman's work comes from a personal place, quality is sure to follow.